What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to show you how to cut weight for jiu-jitsu the right way. I'm competing in IBJJF Asians in Japan this summer, and I'm going to take you through my entire process from start to finish, showing you what I do to make weight. I only need to cut 4 or 5 pounds, really, but I'm going to go a little bit lower to show you guys the process, and also because I'm spending May in Bali, and I'm getting to Japan early, and I want to be able to enjoy those trips and not worry about cutting that weight. So I'm going to take the rest of March and all of April to get down to weight, and then I'm going to maintain a little below what I need to through May in Bali, and then I'll be able to also enjoy Japan and have a good time before the tournament. I'm really looking forward to showing you guys this process, and I hope it helps you make weight in your tournaments too.
All right, so we're going to get our first official weigh and body fat percentage. I did get a good bioimpedance scale body fat percentage done, and it said I'm at about 11%, I think. Yeah, 10.9% body fat, and I was weighing 169.4. So let's see what this scale says. It's $40 on Amazon, but it seems to be pretty reliable, if not valid. So let's take a look. Saying 168 for weight and body fat percentage 13.9. So that's our starting number, and now let's see if we can get down to weight and to a lower body fat percentage. So my physique looks like this at 11 or 14% body fat. We're gonna go with 14 just for the sake of reliability of that scale. So, I mean, I'm not absolutely shredded, but I'm obviously not overweight, and I thank genetics for that. However, we can definitely lose some body fat and still be fine. So, let's do that.
This is day 1 of my cut, and last week I tracked my calories just to get a baseline. I wanted to see where my metabolism was at, so then I can decide how much I'm gonna cut in order to lose the amount of weight that I want to. I tracked my calories, and last week I ate about 2,900 a day. So that might seem high to some people, but remember, I lift or do jiu-jitsu or I condition minimum once a day, 5 to 6 days a week, and most days I'm doing 2 sessions. So that number is not super high when you think about it in terms of my activity level. And I was a little low on protein, so I'm going to try to bump that up first things first. If your protein's super low, you might not even have to cut calories, and all you need to do is bump your protein up. It's going to help you build muscle or maintain it, and the more muscle you have, the higher your metabolic rate is. So it's going to be easier for you to burn fat at rest because your metabolism is moving faster the more muscle mass you have. If your protein's low, that's an immediate, quick fix to change your body composition and maybe start burning some fat too. However, my protein's not low enough that it's gonna make too drastic of a difference, so I'm still gonna go ahead and start my cut. So my protein is at 150, and I weigh about 168. That's a little low, but it's probably not gonna make a huge difference for me. My carbs and fat, they were a little higher than I'd like to see, but I was doing a lot of activity last week. Got some extra rolls in, went to some open mats, so my carbs are gonna reflect that. I was just eating whatever I was craving. I wasn't really thinking about, oh, I shouldn't eat this or that. It was more so, what is my body craving? I'm going to give it to it. And then I'm going to track and just see what I ate. And so 2,900 calories. Now I want to lose between 1 to 2 pounds of fat a week. 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories. I want to lose about that, maybe a little more, but depending on my activity level, it might not be perfectly even if I just cut 500 calories a day. So I'm gonna cut about 600 just to have a little extra wiggle room here and there. That'll bring us down to about 2,300 calories. You can see that at 2,900, my weight maintained. So if you pull that graph out, it's pretty much like this. And my body fat, same thing. I gained a little bit at the end just because I went out to eat for a couple events. I'm not too concerned about that because those days were higher in calories. 2,900 calories now, and I'm gonna cut my calories down to 2,300. I'm gonna bump my protein up just a little bit, and I'm gonna bring my carbs and fats down just based on the total number of calories. I expect we're gonna lose weight pretty fast, probably even faster than 1 pound a week. We are now 2 weeks into the cut, and things are going really well. We started out at 169-ish, and I'm all the way down to 163. And you might be thinking to yourself, oh, that's too fast. You said you should only lose 2 pounds a week maximum. And yes, that is true. But what happened with me, and what is fairly common with other people as well, is in the first like 2 to 3 days, I lost 4-ish pounds. And the reason for that isn't because I lost muscle, because I was still eating plenty of protein, and it just won't go away that fast. And I didn't lose fat because it just doesn't work that quickly. I lost probably some water weight and maybe some poop weight because I'm eating less total carbs, so my body's gonna hang on to less water in my muscles. And there's less food in my body, so that means less poop hanging around. So we lost that like 3 to 4 pounds in the first couple days, and then if you do the math, that's like 165-ish, I think. And then over the next 2 weeks, I slowly lost the weight, and now I'm down to about 163. So we are perfectly on track with where we want to be, and that big drop initially might not happen to everyone. It depends on a lot of factors, and so you shouldn't count on that happening. And also, if it does happen to you, you shouldn't be like freaking out, as long as you are still consuming an adequate amount of protein and a normal amount of calories for a cut. So yeah, things are going super well, and I'm excited to do this for the next 2 weeks, and then we'll be done and I'll show you guys the finished product.
And we'll do a little bit of a physique update. So definitely it's looking leaner, I think. You tell me, but you know, my opinion doesn't matter. It's just a matter of if you guys think it's working. So
all right, guys, reached the end of the cut and it went really well. I'm super excited about it. We started at about 169 and I'm down to about 160 after just 4 weeks. And 9 pounds in 4 weeks is pretty fast. I don't encourage my clients to lose the weight that fast, but I know I was holding on to some water and I had a little bit of extra poop in my system those first couple days, and we saw a big drop after that, and then it was pretty steady going forward.
Definite improvements all around. I'm currently not flexing. Here's flexing. And you can see there's a drastic difference from when we started the cut.
As far as body fat percentage goes, it's very obvious where I was losing the weight from. We started at 14.1% body fat, and I'm now down to 13.0. So an entire percentage of body fat lost, and that is a really, really amazing number. So because of that, we know that I wasn't losing muscle throughout this process, which is a very important piece because we don't want to get weaker, we don't want to lose muscle. Now I need to slowly ramp my calories back up so I can get closer to my maintenance again without gaining weight. And this is a tough process if you don't understand, if you don't have any guidance. So when you get to this point, I do recommend you get some help. But basically what I'm going to do is add 50 calories each week and then see what my body does. If I start gaining weight, I'm gonna hold at that calorie amount. And if I start losing weight or I maintain, then I'm gonna add another 50 the next week. And that's basically the whole process. So once I get back close to my maintenance, then I can just hold there, assuming I didn't gain too much weight back. And then my metabolism is in a good spot. So if I need to cut even deeper, or I for some reason gain weight, then I can cut again and it won't be a problem. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for following along. I hope you got a ton of value out of it. And if you have any questions or you just want to reach out to me, follow me on Instagram at Christian J. Cioffi. Cioffi is Cioffi. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.